Hi friends, host Eric here, host Talking with Famous People, and I have in attendance Susanna and Taylor who are not currently in the rooms where their cameras are. I have additionally Mr. Video Off down there in the bottom left hand corner. She, also called J to the UNL, is down below the T, and below the H of Talking with Famous People we see Nick with the Under Armour hat on, and to his right is Homeboy Banana Pants, whom I don't believe I've encountered before, nor do I know his name, nor have I ever met him.
Where's Homeboy Banana Pants?
Down at the bottom. Okay, so
Okay.
today we're talking.
AKA Bobby.
We're talking about INFPs tonight in this video, in which it is my hope to help us all, including INFPs as well, in the process of engaging in this discussion, to understand some of the unique challenges they face, the unique abilities they bring to occasions, and also how to deal with them if you're finding dealing with them somewhat of a challenge, as can be sometimes, depending on the circumstance. So, first, let's look to the fact that the INFP goes about dealing with new things in the world with their first two cognitive functions, first and foremost, and that their first cognitive function is a judging function, namely FI. They are judgers first. Before they engage with something, then, they already have some judgment about it. And then they go to either confirm or deny that judgment by utilizing the judging function actively, and they use their tool function for the INFP expert intuition to make possible meanings out of the things that they feel. Note, this is going to provide for the INFP a very challenging way forward, especially early in relationships. They don't really know how they feel yet, but they're asked to make meaning about it anyway. So, let's imagine two characters then to explain this, to provide you a concrete example. We're going to talk about Kimberly. She's an INFP, and she's interested in a gentleman named Hans. Okay? We're not going to specify Hans' type, doesn't really matter. Hans is the gentleman that she's interested in, and she's seen him at the coffee shop. She's spoken with him casually on a few occasions before, not really very tight, but she's looked into him. She's researched him. She's found out that he hosts a local chess competition group, and he hangs out there and plays chess with people, and she's even gone to play chess one time, and sort of gotten to know him from afar. Well, she's screwed up her courage, and she's going to go talk to Hans now. How does she walk into
He's either
that
an
moment?
INTP or an INTJ.
She walks into that moment first and foremost by saying, I like Hans, and he makes me feel good. When I see him over there smiling as he's reading his book, Hans. Now, that's an ENTP's interpretation of a feeling. INFPs know what they are. They have very complex and subtle and sophisticated understandings of their own sets of valuings and countervaluings. FI is all about what I like, who I like. And INFPs have intense relationships with individual other people because the experience for them of being in the company of a person whom they value is one that produces for them direct positive feelings that are in and of themselves rewarding to the INFP and are also the alternative to going around life with negative feelings. INFP is not very capable of encountering things in the world without noting their direct valuing of those things through a non-rational, reflexive, how much I like it or don't like it kind of approach. So when she's going to deal with Hans then, and she sits down with Hans, what does she have to offer Hans? What she has to offer Hans, most of all, is the fact that she really likes him. She doesn't have necessarily to offer Hans what Hans may be looking for, which are a lot of FE indications of affection. So if you are somebody who's got extroverted feelings, and you're anticipating an extroverted feeler and their manner of interacting as a metric of how to know if somebody's liking you, Well, INFP is not going to be very interested in dancing around with it because they're busy valuing you or determining concurrently whether they value you and how much they value you. Now, this can be a frustrating experience for somebody dealing with an INFP because the way that they go about doing this is they check their feelings. Have you made them feel bad? Note the construction there. You've made them feel bad. Not have they been made to feel bad by some realities they don't like. There is a tendency in INFP to sometimes shoot the messenger and say, well, you brought me this bad news, I don't like it, and so I don't like you. You make me feel
Your
bad.
sensing counterpart too.
So it's important then for Hans, if he wants to get on Kimberly, to make her feel good when she's in his company. And then she will like him more and more because she uses her SI to remember who made her feel good, how that good feeling was like, and how frequently she gets good feelings from the person compared to the status quo. So the INFP then has a relationship building model that stresses gradual accumulation of value over time. The longer you continue to make me feel good, bit by bit, time after time after time after time, the more I value you until eventually I am in love with you. Now, this is the opposite of the ENTP approach, of course, where I would say something along the lines of first, I possess you in ways that I can rely upon concretely, like your firm and unequivocal commitment, combined with a lot of inconvenience associated with changing course of action, will be adequate to convince me that it's safe for me to feel emotions around you. I want you to already be locked down as my woman before I feel any emotions about you. Because, why? I have polar FI, INFP has dominant FI. So, the NE part is what makes it all tricky, though. Because if I'm making meanings about you and I don't know you very well, or if I do know you very well, and I'm observing things you've said to me, and they have an impact on my feelings, then basically, you're saying words. You're either making me feel good with your words, either by not addressing me directly, like just telling a story that makes me feel good, or by saying nice things to me or whatever. But I'm not interested in FE. FE won't make me feel good. So in other words, if you're being fakely polite, I will not like you at all. If I'm an INFP. Additionally, though, if I'm also comparing my feelings not only against the data that you provide, but against the meanings I have additionally made about you. Because I've
Yeah.
seen this data here, I've seen this data point here, I've concluded that I like this about you. So I think, okay, you're someone I love. Therefore, you're someone who's this data point. And now here you are violating data point. You're not being consistent. And that makes me worry about you. It makes me worry about us because I need you to be consistent. I'm trying to build up a set of things that stay put that I love about you. And you need to continue to display those behaviors, okay? So I love the fact that every morning when you wake up, you go, ah. You need to stop. You need to not stop doing that. You need to keep doing that every morning because I'm building up love every time you do that. I love that. This is going to be frustrating to people who are not that. I mean, it's going to be incredibly frustrating, right? Because what are you going to do with
What's
it?
he,
What is this?
what are you doing?
What is this? This is the worst video ever. Ever. I'm stopping you. This is awful.
Why?
Because there's a drunk guy in the middle of it.
It's not good.
The drunk guy in the middle of it. That's the problem.
Well,
You are not making yourself sound attractive.
He's talking about a type. Not all typology is sexy.
okay, so
My bad.
here's a good opportunity to contrast FE with FI. So we have a certain sense where if you are a fully FE person, right, so that you don't you're we have a certain amount of assumption that's just done for the purpose of making gains in positioning all the time. So, for example, if somebody does something altruistic, an FE user is likely to think about how that altruism was done for the purpose of creating a perception rather than for actual charitable reasons. Whereas an FI user is likely to give to charity because they feel bad in the moment and want to do something about it. So, in this instance, there's an assumption that this informative video that it contains lots of useful and insightful information about the cognitive functions of the INFP was actually purposed for some sort of weird ulterior motive that I can't imagine where we would have gotten such a notion from. Because obviously, I wouldn't make videos about INFPs just to try to get in their pants. Anyway, INFPs, let me just say this.
But Nick or I would. Nick and I would both do that.
Listen, don't listen to Taylor. I want to tell you something. You are lovely, lovely people. You really are. You're kind, you're gentle, you're talented, and I like you. Now,
what do you want to do?
Let's move forward. Let's move forward as we continue to talk about the INFP, understanding them through their spectacularly effective TE. By spectacularly effective, I mean spectacularly effective at getting guys to like you. And that's about it, as far as I can tell. Because I don't mean to reduce you guys, but I'm just saying you don't have a lot of handle. You're TE seeking. I don't have a lot of SI. I'm shitty at SI, right? It's fine to be TE seeking. You don't have a lot of handle, but you're not very cooperative either. So
you got Loki. You got Loki on the hook. One's in. Reel that one in.
Loki. Yeah. I got you on the hook, or are you an INFP?
No. Right now,
and he's a hot one too.
But I can do whatever you want, baby.
Okay, so
his tuck job is crazy.
That is not acting like an INFP. INFPs don't say, I can do whatever you want, baby. That's very FE, right?
Okay. I'm not really...
What did they say?
That's more INFP. Except without all the mumbling. Most INFPs don't mumble in Norwegian.
I didn't mumble in any language.
Now this video is completely derailed.
Because of that noise, that drunk laughing noise, that's what derailed the whole thing. I heard that from the other room. I was like, swerve.
It's all your fault, Nick.
Well, I just want to say before I go, guys, look. Thank you for watching Dark Video. I hope for those INFPs who got something out of this video, that's great. And I just want to make it clear that I am mad for one reason and one reason only. I just cannot believe that this